Hi, long time no talk. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, wherever you are listening this. Whenever you're listening to this, I have had I've had a be life and moment like not too long ago actually. So you know, I really just kind of want this to be just kind of like a relate type of situation. I don't really know. Like the goal for this podcast is for everyone to kind of just relate. You don't have to relate 100%. Like this is not exactly what happened to you, but you can kind of like gauge, kind of like where how my stories might relate to something that has happened to you, and stuff like that. So I don't really know. I don't really like Empower Hour. I don't really like that title like at all. So I'm gonna try and think of a new name. If you guys have any suggestions on a new name, please let me know. Um, but yeah, so I've just been stressed, you guys, like so stressed, and sometimes it's hard to just breathe. And I feel like sometimes we just really like that's the one thing that we really need to do is just like breathe, you know. So, with that being said, it's just like I don't know. It's just like so much to happen. All it was like everything, everywhere, all at once, which I know doesn't really sound like. Some people are just like I have no clue what that means, but if you know, you know, like you know what that means. Um, So job has just been kind of stressful. The job is not stressful. It's just like finances is always like the biggest stressor in my life. Like it always has been. It always will be. I just always feel like I never have enough. And sometimes it's like I took a look at myself, and for the most part, it is actually me overspending on things that are not necessary. Um, but the reason that I buy them is just because it's a immediate, like dopamine rush. It's like, oh my god, it's really cute, I really want it. So I am learning to stop myself from doing that, but also I'm learning to stop doing that by just limiting myself to going into these stores, just because if I go into those stores I know I'm going to buy something. So just trying to like cut back. I try not to eat out as much as I used to, which is difficult for little old me because I love me some bibimbap and Chipotle and some ramen. I love ramen. Oh my god, I love ramen. So it's just kind of like limiting myself to save enough money. So that's like something that's always stressful. Another big stressor in my life is cosmetology school. So I had my first day yesterday, and I was there for all of 20 minutes before the power went out. So it was like a power outage like in the entire area. So they ended up sending us home. So great start to the school. Awesome first day. Um, the reason why that's just so stressful is just because I'm not going to talk about, like, I'm not going to name the school, but it's just sometimes, like, for some instances, it was just lacking, like, professionalism. And, like, for me, especially, like, I deal with, like, really bad anger issues. So for me, it was just kind of like, I felt like I was being toyed with, and it was, like, not funny. Like, it's not funny at all. Like, do not toy with me. I'm not the one, you know? So it was just that was really annoying. Like, it's just the entire weekend that I've had was like probably the angriest I have been in a while. I will be honest. That is probably the angriest I have been in freaking, I wouldn't say in forever, but in a while. Like, I have not really been that mad. There's also like rumors flying around about me, which I don't really, I wouldn't say I even really care about it. It's just like, it's childish. Like, it's childish, it's stupid. You know, why are we spreading rumors? Like, it's just weird. But what I say to that is not every rumor or secret, or not every question has to be answered. So like, for example, I have not even responded to any of that, just because, for one thing that you should know on this planet is that you do not owe anybody anything. Okay, you don't owe anybody anything. you know you don't owe the world an explanation. You don't have to. You don't necessarily have to, you know because at the end of the day, yes, the world is watching you, but like, you're living your life. So live your life. I don't really address anything. I don't ever really address anything. And the reason why is because if you're asking me that question, you don't know me. Straight up. That's just kind of like how I am as a person, is that if you're asking me if something's true, and that means you don't know who I am. You don't know my character. You don't know like how I get. You don't know how I act. So if you are asking me if something is true or something is false, you just don't know me. In my opinion, like, you just don't know who I am. Like, you can't be my friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be my friend if you like don't even know like who I am. Like, for example, like, let's say I'm a heels girly to the day I die. But let's say I was like wearing, I don't know. Let's say I was wearing shit. I don't even really know. Like, I don't know. Anyways, it's like if I was wearing like Nikes all the time, and everyone's just like, "Oh, I heard you broke your foot. Like, that's why you're in Nikes." This is like the worst example on the planet. But anyways, like, and it's just like I only wore Nikes for one day. It's like, "Oh, your foot's broken." You're like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, so it's kind of like that. Like, for me, it's just, I always say it, if you have to question me, you just don't know me. So, um, yeah. But like, for the people out there that are even spreading that rumor, it's childish, it's teenagerish. Like, I'm 24. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and keep going back and forth with people that are younger than me. I'm just not. Like, I'm not. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, you're kids, oh, you're this, or you're that. It's not even that. It's just like, you're younger than me. Like, why would I even bother arguing with you? Like, you're 18. Like, calm down. You do not have your life figured out. I'm 24 and don't even have my life figured out. So it's also like, you're not going to tell me about me. That's like a really big pet peeve of mine, is that you're trying to tell me that you know me. You don't know me. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I hate it. That's like a pet peeve for like men as well. Like, especially men that think that they know me so well, or like I'm putting on a front, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. First off, go to hell. Like, I'm not. This is not like a hate on men train. Like, not at all. But it is a very big pet peeve when people, especially men that I don't even know, or I probably talked to once or twice, think that they know me. And I'm sorry if you're watching this video. Yes, it was a shot at you. Yeah, it's just whatever. So it's just like all of that combined is just like been a little hard. And I've been going to therapy for it, and just trying to learn how to manage it and not to react the way that I used to. Because if I reacted the way that I used to, somebody would have been punched by now. So we haven't punched anybody. So I feel like that's like a good sign. Um, but other than that, like, it's just learning to navigate kind of like the stress, and how to not let the stress completely terrorize you and take you down. Um, Also, kind of learning just like to stop and breathe. Like, for me, I get so caught up in like recording and editing and like all of this stuff, because I'm trying to get my influencing up off the ground. I'm trying to like, trying to make this like a success, because I really want it and I really love doing it. And stop fucking hitting that. that I forget, like I will literally be up almost all night, just like recording or planning or doing whatever, instead of being able to, okay, you know what, like I edited it for like an hour. Let's just relax for the rest of the night. Like literally, it's almost 10 o'clock and I'm recording a podcast. And that's okay because when I'm done recording this podcast, I'm putting all of my content creation stuff away. We're packing it in for the night and we're just going to relax and enjoy ourselves. Like, I'm just going to enjoy myself because I feel like once I finish recording this, I have done, a great job for me personally. Um, so, yeah, like, I just really, I don't know. I just really I look at the world like a little different than I did, especially after my intense therapy session. A lot of things that used to irritate me and put me in a bad mood just don't really put me in that bad of a mood anymore, but don't try me. Um, so it's just you just have to live through life. Like life is just lifing right now. you know, I go to hopefully, my first full day of cosmetology school tomorrow. So wish me luck. It's from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like, that is not fun, like, at all. Like, not fun. I just can't, oh my God. Like, in my head, like, that's horrible. That's horrible. Like, 11 hours. Oh my God. Like, oh my God. So yeah, wish me luck because I really don't know if I can do the whole like 8 hour thing. Or not eight, 11 hour thing. It's just too much. It's just so much. And I don't know. It's just like, would I be able to even do so? Basically, it's like I had to pick my poison. It was like either do 9 to 8, Tuesday through Thursday, or do 9 to 5, Monday through Thursday. So it was like, okay, what's better for me, you know? So I guess we're trying the 3 day. I thought the 3 day would just be better because that means I have 4 other days to kind of like relax and unwind and reset and stuff like that. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, at least with the 4 day, like, one, it doesn't feel like it's dragging. And then two, I would have my evenings. Like, I would like leave at 5 and I could either go to work or like I could go home and like just sit and chill and just, enjoy my night because I would get home at like 5:10, 5:15 instead of getting home at 8:15, 8:30, and it feels like I literally worked more than a shift at my job. So, I don't know. We are definitely probably going to end up switching to the 4 day because that's just so much. That's so much. Like, girl, so much. So, but yeah, seriously, wish me luck. I am going to kind of do like weekly updates on like every time I record these. I'm going to do a weekly update for cosmetology school, just in case anyone is interested in or has like any questions about cosmetology school. I can actually answer them for you. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here because actually I feel like it's ridiculous to try and make a podcast, like especially if it's just me talking, more than 15 minutes because I mean I can keep talking for real, but it feels weird. I wouldn't even say it feels weird, but like I'm so used to recording, and I know like everyone's gonna be like, Shae, you're talking to a camera. I am. I'm talking to a camera, but I'm so used to it. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, so yeah, I'm gonna hop over here before I go off on a whole nother tangent. I want to thank you guys so much for just listening in. That really means a lot to me. And yeah, just like I said, let me know if you guys have any questions. It could be about me, my life, cosmetology school, my family. Not really about my family, but my family, and just kind of like how I navigate life. And if you, I wouldn't say advice, I don't really want to give people advice on how to live their lives. But if you have any stories that also resonate with you, I would love to hear it. I would love to read it. So definitely feel free to follow me on my social medias and like just inbox me. I try to look at them a little more than I used to. So I would definitely try and get to it. So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Wherever it is, it could be evening, night, morning, whatever. Eating, drinking your coffee, or eating your midnight snack. Thanks for sitting with me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.